Today, my effort is to change the world. That means from noun to verbs. Noun to verb. We all know what is a noun. Then we say that in grammar, we begin with the grammar. Noun is a name of a person, place, animal or thing. Only a place, only name of the place. For example, God is not a person. God is not a place or animal. God is not a thing. God is not a thing. God is not a person. Here the verb is God is an energy, a quality, a fragrance, a flavor. God is an experience full of life. It's not confined to any conditions, confined to any boundaries. But all our language is addicted to noun, name, addicted to noun, place, thing. They all change, all convert the verb into noun. We have become very gross. God is only a name for the life force, life energy. It's only a name. It's a life force. It is not somewhere. It is everywhere, all pervading. That's God. We have to become part of it to know the essence. We have to involve ourselves, participate to know the essence, to come in contact with the essence, the totally different dimension. For example, this is a place. This is an ashram. The ashram is a commune. There is an energy. Maybe this is, you can compare this to garden. Become part of the garden. Become part of the garden. Don't come into the garden as a botanist. The botanist, when we are studying botany, it's a research of the every plant, which family it belongs. We go on researching. When you come to this garden of a guru, it's a guru is the master of the garden. He is a gardener here. He is taking care of the plants. That is why enlightened people, they create commune where they give the opportunity to grow, opportunity to move into the unknown. Here you can feel, you can find all your possibilities in this garden. In the garden, there are many kinds of trees in many stages. Like this, people here, they are the beginners, newcomers, beginners. Some people, they go little bit ahead of people. Some people, they have reached the complex, that is the climax. Some people have blossomed. Here Guru is like a musician. I want to compare Guru to musician, a great musician. He can almost create music without touching an instrument. When he plays some instrument, the vibration will be so good, so reverberating. He creates a room full of vibration. Even without touching a tuned instrument, it sings. Without a player, it sings. It has happened so many occasions. I have heard it, I have seen it. When L. Subramaniam plays the music, after that, the veena in the corner, the sitar in the corner, it begins to sing because it is tuned. The tuning is important. Musician can almost create music without touching the instrument. Guru is such a power. There is a vibrating power, vibrating energy, some certain kind of vibration. One has to be, it's very tangible to those who are very sensitive, who are aware, who are loving, who are surrendered, committed. It's open. If you are, those who are not committed, that means those who are outsiders, it won't work. Those who are observers, It should not, it won't work. Those who stand outside, watch side by and watching what trying to watch what is happening, it won't work. You have to have courage enough to become part of this garden, part of this ashram, part of it. Here there is a growth. It's only place where you can see the growth. When you become part of it, courageously become part of this whole commune, your heart starts falling to the tune of the heart of a guru's heart, where thousands and thousands of heart functions at the same time, thousands of heart functions in the same rhythm. This is a mysterious journey in this vibrating world, world of vibration. If you are unconscious, ordinary unconscious state, you will not be able to even grasp, even to imagine what the Guru's grace is, the connection is.